We begin with breaking news on Wave 3 News at 5. We have been bringing you breaking news coverage all afternoon long following an explosion at the scene of that train derailment near West Point, Kentucky.
Several workers are injured, and now we have evacuations of schools and homes in the area.
Tonight we have live team coverage, and we want to begin with Wave 3's Scott Reynolds, who is live from the new command center now in PRP. Scott, what's going on out there?
Well, Janelle and Dawn, tragedy was avoided on Monday when those cars left the tracks just a couple miles south of us here off Dixie Highway near Catherine Station Road. No fire, no explosion, no injuries. But that all changed today when workers trying to separate a couple of those derailed cars with a torch ignited some butadiene, injuring 5, one of them apparently critically. There's a lot of burns. We're going to have more on that. But right now we've got a map for you of the area impacted. There is a 5-mile shelter in place warning, a 5-mile radius from that scene off Dixie Highway. People in that area should definitely stay in their homes, windows closed. And if you're within 1.2 miles, more than 100 homes impacted, including most of West Point. Those folks have been evacuated. Let's go straight to the scene now with Scott Adkins, who's been there since this explosion shortly after 1 o'clock. Scott?
R.J. Corman is the company involved here, and we know that butadiene residuals are burning right now as we speak. Those residuals will burn basically until there is no more butadiene within the tank. The safest way to approach this situation is to let everything inside of the tank where the explosion and small fire occurred burn out. There's less than 1,000 gallons of butadiene there. Around 1 o'clock, R.J. Corman workers specializing in train derailment ignited vapors. This occurred at the site of the P&L train derailment near West Point. The site is adjacent to hydrogen fluoride tanks as well. The fire happened as workers separated equipment connected to the derailed cars. EMA Director Doug Hamilton confirms the workers were using blowtorches. You're seeing ambulances exit and enter Dixie Highway where this site occurred. Let's now hear from one of the lead assistant fire chiefs who took over the situation, making sure that everyone was safe on site and nearby.
The hazard that we're dealing with is only a flammable liquid at this point, and we feel confident it's going to stay within the vessel that is on fire.
And right now, the Kentucky National Guard is here at Dixie Highway. If you look behind me, you'll see that their incident command post. You may be able to see that satellite truck. That's where all the Kentucky National Guardsmen are communicating with all their field crews. The Kentucky National Guard was brought in when emergency management personnel requested their presence here. They are trained in biological and chemical residuals, so they know how to deal with this situation. They're specialized in this kind of training. They will remain here on site until emergency management deems that they no longer need the specialized training. Of course, Dixie Highway still shut down here as crews continue monitoring that site where the derailment occurred near West Point. For now, reporting live along Dixie Highway, Scott Adkins, Wave 3 News. Scott, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott, and we are